Hey guys, welcome to the Overtime Sports Show, the most interactive sports show. New day, new time, same great sports that we're going to bring you. I'm AV. He is G-Man from 97.9 The Box. Of course, as you see, he is doing his break. He's live right now, but we're going to talk all things sports. We got a lot to cover, G-Man. Welcome back, homie. I know you were out last week, but you back in the saddle in the Overtime Sports Show. You got to do your dance back in, bro. You got to dance it right back in.
I got my jeans. I can't dance in jeans, but if I don't have
man. Well, you look like you've been in that club, man.
Yeah, man, I was on Saturday. I ain't been to a strip club in a long time. So
well, I gotta listen.
Hey, we're on the air still, but hey, I'm loving this new time. Oh yeah, boom, boom. I'm loving this new time, y'all. Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Got to thank Hennessy, and of course, we got some other sponsors jumping on board soon. We're gonna be out in the city, man. We're gonna be doing some things, drinking some of that liquor, and doing some
things. You're gonna be drinking that liquor, huh? You're gonna be pouring it up. Let me hit you with a cup right now. Deshaun Watson, according to Kareem Jackson says Deshaun wants to come to the Broncos. We all know we've interviewed Kareem. We've interviewed him 1,000 times, so we know his relationship with Deshaun is tight. He said they've been talking over the last couple of weeks real heavily, and Deshaun has been telling him, bring me to Denver. Bring me to Denver. I got to get your first reaction on this because I'm like, is this tampering or what? Should you be talking about this or is this legal?
This is definitely tampering. If Daryl Morey can get in trouble for just saying join them on a tweet talking about the Curry brothers, this is definitely you're calling a name out. You definitely but it's not an executive doing it. It's another player. Right. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Now, if the GM or somebody was doing it, then they'd be some hot water for real. But I hope Deshaun doesn't go to Denver. I mean, I'm still somewhere in my mind, in my brain, in my heart. I want him to stay, man.
I know. I think we both have this little slither of hope. Stacy, appreciate you guys commenting. Do like Stacy did, like, share, and comment as we go through the night. Your opinion is most important to us. But I just got this little. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we've been covering the Texans for so long, and we finally got our franchise quarterback. Man, I just really hope that something can turn, but I just know we're going to wake up one day and we're going to see it. Deshaun Watson has been traded.
You know, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't renew my season ticket this year.
Yeah.
Because I was playing. People thought, you've had season tickets since day one. I'm like, man, shoot, watch this. When I emailed them, I was surprised they emailed me back and said, well, you can sell them if you want to. I'm like, I don't want to do nothing with it, man. I'm done. I'm still going to support the team. But I'm going to watch every game. I'm going to go with the 25 tailgaters and everybody else who's tailgating out there in the blue line, the orange line, the maroon line. I'm still going to hang out at the game. If y'all give me a free ticket to the game, I'll go in there.
But we're going.
Spending one penny in that stadium.
Well, I tell you what, man, they better have us back in there. Appreciate you, Johnny. Appreciate Ozone. I hope I'm saying that right. And Jeanette, appreciate you. Thank everybody for checking in with the Overtime Sports Show on our new day and time. Now, the Texans just wrapped up little OTAs. They're not going to do a mini camp because they said they were able to cover enough in the OTAs to not come back for the mini camp. And I just look at the team. You know, Duke Ejiofor just got cut today. He failed his physical for the Texans. I look at the team now, man, and we got all these one-year veterans. 33 of them we signed. You know how I feel about it. I'm like, give me a 2-14, 2-15, and let's try to get this first pick.
So did you say that the mandatory mini camp is going to be canceled?
Yeah, they're going to cancel that, man. They said they did enough in OTAs.
I'm for doing that, but it's kind of good for Deshaun because if Deshaun didn't show up, he's going to get fined like $90,000.
Yep. So that money he get to keep. But my thing is, he's still going to be sitting out the whole year. I mean, he made it plain, and Kareem just backed it up today by saying Deshaun says he wants to come to be with us in Denver.
Yeah, June, you're right. I know Tyrod Taylor showed some glimpses a little bit in Buffalo. Then he got the punctured lung with the needle injection by accident. I mean, right now I would have to take Tyrod Taylor over David Mills. What's his name? Mills David?
Yeah. I don't even know. We got to deal. You know, they're going to try to work him in before this season, is over with. You're going to see the transition between Mills and Tyrod Taylor. Speaking of, we got the perfect storm with us, Mr. 1501 himself, H-Town's own. He's played with the Tampa Bay baseball team, the Dodgers, the Red Sox. He was an all-American athlete here in H-Town. He is the one and only Carl Crawford is coming into the Overtime Sports Show. What's up, homie?
What's up, man?
Fifth Ward, the building. Fifth Ward.
Welcome back.
Try again, man. The second time, twice as nice, man. I put my phone on disturb this time, but it's still coming through, man.
Yeah, you're a busy man. But once again, for everybody that's just joining us, congratulations to you. I know you, product of Jeff Davis High School, and they named the entire baseball field after you. And for you, man, what did that mean?
It just means that I got recognized for doing all my hard work in high school. You know, people could tell you I was real dedicated. I was a hard worker early on, and I kind of knew where I wanted to go with my life. So to have that reflected with the stadium and the scoreboard, it just means a lot to me, and I'm honored by it.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, you know, a lot of people don't really realize, man, that you were, you know, a great ball player, but man, you're also, you know, transitioned to a great CEO of a record company too, man. I mean, so
I'm trying.
Was you trying to do that when you were playing ball? Was that in the back of your mind? Like, when I'm done, I want to do this? Because some people want to be a TV analyst.
Athletes always want to do what the entertainers do, seem like, and vice versa. Yeah. They always want to do what we want. You know, I don't know why it's like that. It's just like that. So, you know, but I did have a passion for music, and I've been fortunate enough to go after the things that I've been passionate about, meaning like athletics and now music. So, you know, gratefully I've been, you know, successful in both of them, and I'm just glad I'm able to do it, you know.
Yeah, you were one, man. You mastered, you know, in H-Town, everybody knows for you being one of the great athletes to come out of the city, as G-Man said, a product of Fifth Ward. But not only that, you played baseball, football, basketball. You played all sports. You were the true definition of an athlete.
You know how it is when you're in the hood, man, you just kind of take your mind off certain things. So
yeah, I
did that by playing 3 sports. So I was never at home. I was busy the whole year round, and when I did come home, I was tired and ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, Carl, man, because I know back then growing up, it really wasn't a lot. It was, you know, baseball was more for, you know, a lot of the white kids, some Hispanic, Latin players. Yeah. Growing up in the hood and from H-Town, Fifth Ward, did you get a lot of like, who was this dude playing ball? Or did you get a lot of that in college?
Yeah. Once you get older, it starts. But see, I came from a special little league called Smoky Jasper on the northeast side, where the whole organization was black. I'm talking about from the parents to the players, and this was from age 8 to 14. It was one of the most special things I've ever been a part of. So with that. There we go.
They see you. They call. They see you on with us.
I try to stop it every time. But I played for this organization, Little League Smoky Jasper, and you know, we had a bunch of black kids, and I didn't really start playing against other races until I got older. But once I got older, you know, started weeding out the black kids. But you know, I stuck with it because I had Michael Bourne. I was telling you.
Yeah.
His dad had, you know, came and got me out the hood and took me to practice every day and did all that stuff. And, you know, he made me stick with it, even though he knew I liked the other sports better.
What can we do, man, to get, you know, baseball back in the inner cities in a major way? Because, you know, when I look back at it growing up in the inner city, going to Worth, I thought about, like I said, our baseball team was just something almost like a pastime, Carl, but not really realizing how profitable baseball were. We just looked at baseball as the last sport or something to do. How do we get that to become the top in our inner city?
Well, I always look at the blueprint of the little league I was telling you about, and what I noticed, they just had a bunch of more dedicated parents to it. You know what I'm saying? It's real expensive, so that was one way of weeding everybody out. You know, your cleats cost this much, all that type of stuff. But you really just have to kind of put your kids in there in little league and keep them in there. You know, and know about the time when they get to high school is when, you know, you get the coach problem and doing all that stuff right there. You just got to keep them in there and keep them, like, you know, interested in the game. Yes, it does get boring. You got to let them know that, you know, playing football, all the dangers that come with it. So the pros that come for that is better. And then, of course, you know, just show them the contracts, man. Like, I went into a store one day. What happened to me is I went into a store one day and I saw Carl Everett signed for $50 million. You know what I'm saying? And at this time in '95, I was like $1 million I hadn't even heard of. But he had 50, and I just couldn't believe that they was giving. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't think.
Yes, sir.
That type of money that even crossed my head ever. You know what I'm saying?
But
I literally had like an out of body experience when I saw.
Yeah, I know you did.
I remember going to football coach. I remember going to coach. going to football practice telling my coach, hey, look, you know, y'all can be hard on me in this football stuff all y'all want, but I'm finna go play baseball here soon. You know?
So, hey, when you signed that $100 million contract, what was everybody saying?
Yeah.
Hey, my coach Bond was saying, I told you.
Yeah.
You know, he been telling us all, but even then, people couldn't believe it. It was like people was having my car every moment with me. You know, it was like, oh wow, you can get that. It was like they still didn't know, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got guys like, what's my man? Golly, see, this what I'm saying. But with the Dodgers over there, you know, you could walk in. This guy worth 300-400. Yeah, Mookie Betts. You know, guy just signed a contract for like over $300 million. Man, you wouldn't know nothing about it. So you know, bringing awareness to it and all that stuff too. You know.
I gotta jump on one quick point because I know you played in Boston, man. I know there were some players and even in other sports saying that, you know, they were a little racist towards some of the black players. Did you ever feel like that when you were in the outfield or do anything with the Red Sox or anything towards you? Was it just never like that with you?
It wasn't, you know, I had my incident when I was up that north in that area, you know, when I went down for a minor league team. But for the most part, in the stands, it's nothing but, you know, they're real passionate. And maybe people say they're racist because you don't see no black people there, you know what I'm saying? So it's constantly white people that's just cursing at you and yelling and stuff like that. So, I mean, you take it how you can. You can say they passionate fans. You can say they're racist. I guess your own experience will dictate how you feel about it. But for me, you know, you just feel certain ways at certain times, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they passionate people. They hate to lose. And, you know, if you're not winning, you're gonna feel it, you know, and they're going to tell you about it.
You feel like the needle is moved more towards being MLB being more like a global type of sport. We got blacks, a lot of Latinos. Why? I mean,
I like to say that, you know, with all the others, but with the blacks, for some reason, it just seemed like it might be shrinking a little bit, you know, and that's because of the Latin players. No disrespect to the Latin players, but you know, if I can go sign a guy over here for $10,000 and then he ends up making my company $100 million, I'm gonna do this every time. You know, they want to say the black athlete is expensive, you know, but hey, we live in America, you know, we know what we want, and we just, you know, got our abilities and we want. But at the end of the day, you know, I feel like the contracts are getting so big, so. You know, slowly it just seems like,
you know, like me growing up in the Astrodome,
they get 300 million.
You know, like me growing up in the Astrodome, you know, I've had like Jose Cruz and Cesar Cedeno and all these different, you know, Latin players I looked up to. Who did you look up to growing up? Because I know we had, you know, we didn't have. I mean, I don't know, like who, even now, who was your favorite player growing up, and even your favorite player now?
My favorite player gonna always be Ken Griffin Jr. You know, that was who I looked up to. Coming up, we was both left-handed. You know, when I was in high school, they actually flew me out there to meet him. I had a chance to hang out with him for a day, and you know, he just made the game look easy. He had a lot of fun. But you know, growing up, my uncle played baseball. He made it to Double-A, and he had a buddy named Devon White who was playing in the league for a while. So I kind of was able to. I always was looking at him and looked up to him because he was in the pros and wanted to do what he wanted to do, and you know, we just kind of tried to follow the example he was leading.
Yeah, man. Listen, Carl, we got a lot of sports action that's been happening, man. We opened up by talking about the Deshaun Watson story. You know, Kareem Jackson said that Deshaun wanted to go with him in Denver and play up there with the Denver Broncos. And, you know, we got a lot of NBA action that's happening, of course. The NBA Minute brought to you by our good friends at Hennessy.
Go up, baby. Go up one time.
Yeah. So do you have a dog in the fight for this NBA playoffs that's going, man? Who's your favorite team?
Man, I mean, you know, I'm Rockets all day long, so I don't really have a favorite. I don't care when. I mean, sad to see the Lakers get put out. You know, since it was something to cheer for, you know, LeBron is the only thing that's chasing Jordan. That's the real storyline. You know, I'm trying to see if he's going to kiss Jordan. So he out. So it ain't really, you know, to me.
But what you think about like with Kevin Durant? I mean, you know, Kevin and Harden, because Kevin Durant, even though James Harden has been out, Kevin been killing it.
Yeah, you know, Kevin gonna kill it. They got three of the best teams. Like, it's like unfair, you know. So it's like, okay, the Nets gonna win. Like, what you know, they don't need to watch it really because they like so dominant, you know. But I mean, if you just like it, but like I say, man, I'm all Rockets. I'm trying to see who we gonna get and rebuild our team and put us a a 3-man head together.
Yeah. But do you think I like how you said that though? But do you think it's really just unfair for these guys to team up together like that to create these super teams?
Well, the thing is that they already started it, so it's like they can't go back. I feel like, I like the old days of where you had an alpha dude and carry it and do all that type of stuff. I ain't saying I'm just pro Jordan, but I'm just pro of the ways to where, it don't supposed to be that easy. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be some type of fight, you know what I'm saying? But it's like they just gonna, it's easy. It's too easy, man. They don't play no defense. And it's just easy.
I'm with it, man. Yeah.
Well, I don't have a dog in a race either in this NBA playoffs, man. But I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, man, who would I want to see win the title? Would I want to see Denver? They never. I mean, do I want to? I mean, who would you?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you look like you already said you already gave it to Brooklyn. You like?
I don't even know what the schedules is, man.
And I don't want Brooklyn to win because of what happened, how James left. I don't want him to go get a ring over there with him. So I'm like, nah, man. So I don't know, man. I'm just.
Yeah.
Anyway, it look like he about to get one.
Yeah. Does the level of respect change for a player like that in Harden's position when you see him leave to go to another team? And I mean from your player perspective.
Like I said, it's the new way. That's the way they doing things. They all copy each other. Once one person, and it's not just like that in basketball. It's like that in all sports. Once somebody do something, everybody copies it. So they've made it the norm. So it's like you can't even say you don't have no respect for them because they just doing what everybody else doing. But at the end of the day, when you want that, he dogged them. When you want that feel from real people who sit back and talk about the sports, then I guess you'll look at it as a way like they didn't really earn it. That's how they did back in the day.
Yeah. Well, bro, man, congratulations on the baseball field being named after you. Before we let you get out of here today, man, let everybody know what you got going on because you're always working at 1501.
Hey, man, look, I got, we got our new project with Erica Bankside, Tooth That with Dream Darling, B King from Houston, man. We got Stunner Bam on the ride, Third Ward, Southside, with Beyonce Always Screaming, and we got a couple of more little projects coming up. So y'all just stay tuned for 1501.
G, man, you think we can get on 1501, me and you, man? Carl might let us come on.
I need some ARs, man. I need some ARs around here, y'all. Bring that talent to me, man, so I can blow it up.
If I can get one of them pieces like that, because I got a little James Avery piece. I got a little James Avery. They ain't got no diamond in this thing, man.
I don't even have no piece on, man.
Like Pimp C said, my diamond's cloudy. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming by and being a part of the Overtime Sports Show. We're definitely going to have to bring you back on because I like the way that these Astros are rolling right now. And as we get closer to the playoffs, man, we got to get you back in and talk some more baseball with you.
Yeah, that's cool, man, for sure. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
me. All right, bro. Stay up.
Man. One of my favorite players at the age right there. Man.
That boy was fast back in the days.
He when he started 1501, man. I mean, I was like, oh, okay. Well, he's got money to start a record company. He may just like throw it in there and not do much. Dude, he came through with Megan and did big, and he came right back with it with Erica Banks, of course. Stunner Bam. I mean, 1501 Entertainment is going to be definitely something to be reckoned with here in H-Town for real.
I can't get past that 100. I can't get past that 100 million, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That boy. I was like him. That boy said 50 when he saw that $50 million contract. I almost buckled in my shoes. I said, "Woo! I need to go play baseball. They making a lot of money." Speaking of, as we said, man, our Astros were rolling. The Astros playing Boston, and matter of fact, in about 30 minutes, they're gonna be playing Boston again. Last night with Framber Valdez, man, he's been showing up lately. I'm excited about this Astros team, and I think, man, we really got a chance to do something major.
Yeah, no, he Framber Valdez I think he broke his pinky finger, one of his fingers, right when training camp or spring training was over. They were thinking he was going to be out the whole year, and they were actually really planning on not even bringing him back. And then he said, "I think I'm gonna be okay." So you saw what he can do last night. He's 2-0 right now. Strikeouts per inning, way up there. He's got a nasty slider. We're in the cat that's pitching tonight. Jake Odorizzi, he ain't won since like 19. He's got a lot of stuff too. Man. So hopefully tonight we'll be able to see. Well, he actually pitched pretty good his last time out. It's just we get the bullpen gave it up. But hopefully, man, without Verlander, hopefully we're hitting our stride. We won. We've been winning games. We beat Boston last night. We beat them 3 out of 4 last weekend. So we got to keep it going.
Yeah. We're going to see if Jake can come through tonight. I don't know. You know me, man. I don't really have a lot of confidence in Jake, man. I just knew he was an addition for our team this year. But I like the young guns that we have. And like I say, as the season goes by, we're seeing the batters are hitting. Even the bottom half of our lineup is producing, which is always a good sign. We get that bullpen. Yeah, we get that bullpen shored up, man. I think we're going to make some major noise. Wait a minute, man. I got to go back to something I did last week with the NBA Hennessy Minute. And we have one of our faithful watchers, viewers, Derek. He's always usually on it. He hadn't commented the whole time we've been on it. We've been on for 21 minutes. He has not said a word about his Dallas Mavericks. He has disappeared. I don't know if we have that butterbean footage that we can roll from last week when I kind of made a prediction. It's just a little light prediction I made. If they don't win it tonight, if Dallas doesn't win tonight, Brando is over for Dallas.
I'm saying that right now. Here's the thing, though, AV. Home team has not won once in this series yet.
I know. That's just me hating on Dallas, Brando. I already know. But I'm just saying, Derek, if y'all don't close it out tonight, karma, bad luck. The Clippers are going to get over on the top of you. I'm praying for that.
There it is. You called it.
And Derek has not said a word all night. Everybody else has been commenting. Derek is MIA.
I would be hurt too, man. You go up 2-0 on the road. You're thinking, man, I'm going home. I just got to win, 2 out of the next, 3 at home. Nothing.
Not even Dallas going Dallas. I mean, Dallas is going Dallas. I don't care what it is. Football, baseball, basketball, soccer.
You mentioned baseball. I was watching on YouTube highlights of Game 7s and whatever like that. And the Rangers were actually only 1 out away from winning the World Series a few years ago and blew it. Wow.
Dallas is going Dallas. Listen,
but they have 5 Super Bowl rings. They're gonna tell you that all day long. We got 5 rings, and maybe even 1975, but they're gonna say they got 5.
Yeah, don't bring that up. Hey, Dallas, listen, Derek. Whenever you watch this, Derek, just know I'll be waiting for you, brother. I know today he couldn't get off at 5 o'clock. I get it. I know what it is. He couldn't get off. He had to work overtime today. But man, Philadelphia showed up big. Their series is tied with Atlanta. Utah, of course, they defeated the Clippers. They lead the series 1-0. And Embiid and Mitchell. Embiid over 40 points. Donovan Mitchell over 40 points. Man, these guys have been willing and dealing. Are you still sticking with Brooklyn in the final? And if so, who do you have coming out of the West?
Harden's been hurt with a hamstring.
That ain't stopping nothing.
I think it's going to be the Nets and the 76ers in the conference final. And I think it's going to be a coin toss, man. I don't see Brooklyn just getting by 76ers that quick. But if they do, then I could see them. I think I want to see the Phoenix Suns win it all, man. I don't know why. Chris Paul. I think I want to see the Phoenix Suns win it all, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Booker has been willing and dealing as well. I'm excited. I think Chris Paul always adds that extra dimension to a team. And I'm hoping that the finals will be, Phoenix and Brooklyn and just roll the ball out on the court. Now, Durant is on another level right now. Yeah. Durant is just playing out of this world. And I just think, like we said with Carl, that, hey, Brooklyn's probably going to bring the title home. But I think we'll get a good game.
Murray in their lineup. I'd put if they still have Utah's not a walkover either. So it's going to be interesting, man. So what if the Clippers come back and do it? What if the Clippers come back and make it to the finals? That'd be crazy.
Hey, Kyrie Leonard, I wouldn't be surprised. We thought he was out. Like Derek thought he was out in the Dallas game. Thought he was out in the Dallas series, and look what happened. They came back and got it. So we'll keep an eye on that tonight. Got a great game, but that's our Hennessy Minute.
Yep.
Never stop, never settle.
Yep,
Hennessy is going in big time.
By the way, I'm wearing my Hennessy shirt.
Are you?
The Spirit.
I see you.
Back.
Yeah, You got a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's what you was getting a lot of stuff last week. You loading up. That's why he couldn't make it. He was drinking all those Hennessy's last week.
Oh, we were on the Hennessy Zoom for all of Texas, and they was making us do drinks and shot. I was drinking straight from the bottle like this.
Yeah,
I went straight Mexican on them boys.
You do that on a normal basis. That ain't got nothing to do with a Mexican. Man, listen. Julio Jones is not a Tennessee Titan, man. Oh, the Texans. Trouble. And I like Tennessee team with Henry, with Julio now, with Brown. You know, Tannehill, he just needs to manage the game. But I like Tennessee's chances now making it to the bowl.
Well, yeah, you got a big 3-headed, 4-headed monster down there. You know, you got, I mean, even with Julio Jones being 32 and being a little not what he used to be, but he's still a bad boy. He's still gonna be a threat. He's still a target. He's still a big body. Don't cover him. You got that other number 11 who
Brown. He's a beast.
Yeah,
I mean, my thing is if Julio can come and be in possession, just be a possession receiver. That's all I need. I just need you. Yeah, just to be a big time receiver, especially when we get down to the goal line. My only fear with Tennessee is that with Coach Vrabel, they're going to run the ball into the ground because they ran Henry into the ground last year. And I think that's going to be the only thing that's probably going to end up hurting this team in the long run is the way that they run Henry into the ground.
If Henry averages about 25 to 35 carries a game in the beginning of the year, but the first 6, 8, 7, 8 games, it's going to be done. He's going to be wore out.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
This ain't the Earl Campbell day. You can't do that no more.
No, and you got these boys at receiver. It's like, come on, man. Use your receiver core, make it a balanced offense, and I think they're definitely going to do good. Got to send a shout out to Nick Saban. He just got a contract extension through 2028. He's going to be like 100 years old by the time that contract run out.
You know, and I'm just not a Nick Saban fan. I'm just not, never have been, never liked the dude. I don't hate nobody. I just never liked the dude.
Yeah.
But you know, he's winning, and you win and you get the money.
One of the best college coaches of all time. You got to give it to him. He couldn't do it in the NFL, but when he went back to the college level, he was able to win a lot of national championships with Alabama.
He's saying, "I will not be the head coach of Alabama."
Yeah.
And a week later, the new head coach of Alabama.
Money talks. He was able to do it. Man, we also got to give a shout out before we get out of here. Time flies when you're having fun, but one of my favorite athletes of all time, your boy Chad Johnson got into the ring.
And I bought that fight. Yes, I did. I was one of the big dummies. I bought the fight.
Hey, but he lasted to the end, though. He got knocked down.
Yeah. And the crazy part is when I bought the fight, that fight was already over. I didn't even get to see that fight. So I had to see it on Twitter. But
how do you like these NFL athletes or just athletes period getting into the boxing ring? I kind of like it, man.
I do too. It brings another dimension to the boxing game. But you know what? You know, I'm a boxing fan. I mean, that's all I'm just so looking at a standpoint from a boxing fan. Yeah, you say, oh man, yeah, whatever. That fight should have happened 5 years ago, or they're talking about Mayweather now fighting maybe Pacquiao, next year or whatever. Man, that fight when they fought back in 2015, that should have happened back in 2010. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But there are some fights out there that I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing a Mayweather against a De La Hoya now. I know they're in their 40s. I think that would be a good fight. But you know what? People like it.
Yeah, they did it on the heavyweight level. I mean, we saw a lot of the older heavyweights, especially like here in Houston with George Foreman. We saw it on that level. Yeah. He was in the ring in his 40s boxing. So did we get robbed? Listen, did we get robbed with the Mayweather fight, though? Did we get robbed? A lot of people were upset after that. Watch this, an exhibition fight.
Yeah.
So what were we expecting? People want to see him knock Paul out?
Yeah, I think people were expecting somebody going to get knocked down, knocked out, something. But, Mayweather's not dumb. He fought the other Paul brother. He didn't fight the Paul brother who's got some boxing skills. He fought the Paul brother who's 0-1. Mayweather ain't dumb, man. He ain't make all them millions for being a big dummy.
Yeah, and he held him up. Mayweather hit him hard one time, and I believe he was about to knock him out, and he held him up. But Mayweather said, listen, man, I made $1 million in the locker room before I even stepped out. So I know for Mayweather, it's business. And this was just an exhibition fight. And I know a lot of people were upset because they were looking at how much money they paid. But my thing is, you knew what it was when we got into it. It was an exhibition fight. Hey, it is what it is.
And I bought it because the kids and his friends came over. You know, they're all, you know, teenagers, and they all on the, you know, YouTube stuff. So they enjoyed it. So
yeah, it is. Listen, man, before we get out of here, big shout out to H-Town's own Olympic champion, Simone Biles, who won a record 7 U.S. gymnastic title.
Unbelievable.
Greatest athlete of all time.
She is the GOAT. I know they talked about Mary Lou Retton back in the day, but man, what this girl has been doing now at what, 24 years old, whatever she is, I mean, unbelievable. I would have to say, they always said Michael Phelps was the greatest Olympic athlete, obviously because of all the medals he won. Mm-hmm. He could be very well the most decorated athlete in the Olympics, but she's got to be the best gymnast ever. Yeah. I mean, I just can't see nobody at that time coming in and doing what she's done. Nah,
yeah, on that level. And she's one of us. She's from the 8, so we celebrate her. I put her up there with the Jordans, with the Bradys, Michael Phelps, you know, one of the greatest athletes of our times.
Did you see that she's going to be at the Toyota Center? They're going to have a gold. They're going to have a performance Toyota Center with Simone Biles and some other people in October. Yeah. It's going to be kind of like you know, just letting people see her in her hometown, do what she does. It's not going to be a competition or anything like that, but it should be pretty cool, man. I think that's a good way to go and see her in her last hurrah. You know.
Yep, the Goal Across America tour. So we're excited about that for her. She is one of the best, and this has been one of the best. Shout out to Carl Crawford again for joining us. Congratulations on having a baseball field at his high school named after him. Keep up with us every Wednesday now. Spread the word. Remember, it's every Wednesday now at 5 p.m. the Overtime Sports Show. G-Man, let them know how they can keep up with you. He's on the air right now.
Well, I'm on air right now till 7 o'clock, so we still doing our thing. G-Man 979 on everything. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't you say that, man.
You know what? I missed one. eHarmony. I need to get on eHarmony.
For what?
I don't know. I want to get on everything, man. eHarmony. I'm on OnlyFans. I'm on Pornhub, and I'm on Christian Mingle.
You had to say it. He just listen, y'all. We getting ready for our drive in July. It's the biggest parking lot party in H-Town 4th of July weekend. I know you have plans for the 4th with your family on Sunday cooking, but on Saturday, come hang out with us at the Aviva Stadium off of 288 in Airport in the heart of Sunnyside, Texas, where I'm from.
Learn all the dances still. We're gonna have the big shuffle. We're gonna do
Zydeco. We got Teal 1. Yeah, we got Pastor Mike Jr. who's going to be there with us. GT Man and the Hudson Percussion is going to be there. We also got a Texas Robot Show that's going to take place. Going to be hosted by Ali, Walter D in the mix, JQ and the whole 9 yards. Get your tickets now. Go to myhoustonmagic.com, boxhouston.com. Get your tickets, and it's going to be a great time.
I'm going to learn this dance up. Was it jiggulator?
What is that, percolator or jiggulator? What is that?
That's a single lady, one of the two.
Oh, do it again. I don't. Maybe y'all know. I don't know what that is. Tickets are only $100 per car. If you get 5 people in there, y'all split it $20 each and come on out and join us. Let's get out of here, G-Man. We gotta go. Do the dance. Do the dance again.
Drink up, pull up, Hennessy. Appreciate you, y'all. Yeah.
Do that dance again, man. Do that. No, not that dance, man. The one you was doing before that. What the heck is going on?